Welcome back to Cody CSX 333 on YouTube. And this is a little bit of a different update. I have changed track plans with my N scale layout. All the boards are back in they're all over there in storage. I took off the track, just having a massive layout. I did not really enjoy the idea, so I went with a 2 foot by 3 foot N scale layout that's a little bit more basic. And although it's double track, most small layouts, you really want them to be single track, because why do you need 2 tracks for one industry and an Amtrak station? But other than that, this is just my layout for now. As you can see, I got a little bit more scenery done. This area is still drying. And then I have to do the same for over here with the isopropyl alcohol and the Santa glue mix. But those areas are done. This area is partially done. This is drying. All the ballast is drying. But we did not get to do up and around here and stuff. I still have to ballast beneath the water tower. So yeah. And just today I got some of the new road stuff that's gonna go here and a couple of the trees. So for my layout for the roadways, if I can get them out, I really like using foam stuff, so I bought 2 of them, and there are these. So yeah, they were very good price. I got a big amount at just the right thickness and pretty much the correct color to work with this stuff. So that's what I'm going to be going with. I'll be cutting this up and placing them down. We have a big section right along here to do. And I have to do it so the road goes up and over the tracks and a little bit back there. So yeah. And then I have to, all this is like going to be up on foam. I'm still going through a cold, so I'm just getting out of it. But yeah. Even though this is the hometown of Avila, this is actually the Waterloo's Amtrak station depot. And then I have the overpass in the back there, the railroad crossing, the private crossing, the double crossover for East Avila, and the context industry. Still got a couple things to do here, but this is so far the update. I will be working with these. Like I said, I got some trees, so I'll show you guys what they look like. This is what they are. So, pretty much basic, just stuff from Hobby Lobby. And for the type of ballast I use, it's just this stuff. Of course, there's always junk around here because I got done with carving out certain areas. But this is the type of ballast I have. Roll out, and then this is the type of grass that I'm using. So it's actually very nice and stuff. It looks good for the layout. And then I'm just using my normal Elmer's glue stuff. Stuff actually works fantastic. And this is all cheap stuff, so anyone who's working with a layout on a budget, you don't have to buy very expensive like styrene or anything like that. You could just go with foam, cardstock, cardboard, paper, track pins, paper clips. You can just work with the basic stuff. You don't have to have a very expensive purchaser, or you don't have to buy anything that's too expensive. You can just go with the cheap stuff and it still works. So long as it still works with the right amount of glue. The buildings are like almost any other buildings. They're not gonna just one bump and they fall apart. So yeah. Now these cell phone towers are, oops, these cell phone towers, or this cell phone tower here is actually made out of a 3D pen. Same with that one. The water tower is actually made out of like some chopsticks, some toothpicks, a paper tube, and just some foam and a bit of cardboard on the top, and with an LED on the inside. Now I will say this: the light, it was a white LED, so I had to paint it red. That's fine, and then that one actually did get the red LED, but unfortunately, I don't have one that can do both red and white. I'd love to do that because the prototype for that cell phone tower actually is a flashing white LED during the daytime, then at nighttime it flashes red. And of course I have my windmill. Now the thing, I did glue it down, and then the wind turbine can still spin. That's what I like. And then I went ahead and did this. Yeah, grade crossings are correct, and the track signals, all the bungalows and heaters and stuff, they're all up here. Then yeah, so that's what I got so far. I do want to get some street lights in, maybe even a substation if I can. I just realized I grassed up an area that I will have the substation, so whatever. Because we have a transmission tower there, I'm hoping to put another one right there and have it come back here to where a substation could be, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna have to build like another transmission tower right there. I don't know. And it would be kind of interesting, but I want that to be kind of something that's on the layout. And then of course I gotta finish up the bridge back here because there's some gaps here. We're hoping to get those all filled in. Then, especially with having the road, will make this scene look nice. So yeah, all switch tracks are wired up, even though this is like the front of the layout. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a tedious thing trying to get these to be flipped, especially with the fact that there's going to be switch heaters here, 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 and here, especially in some zones where it's really tight. I have it so the wires actually do come down for both of them, because this is much further. The switch track over here is much further back. So yeah, I'm hoping to have that wired up. The two tracks are probably actually going to be separate, so one train could go one way, the other train could go the other. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing a lot more on the building process with this, getting the station all ready and getting the overpass done. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.